Hello. Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. It's Friday. We're still in August. It's weird. It felt like the whole month flew by. And then now I'm like, oh, okay. The last couple of days seem to be kind of settling in here, creeping along. I love it, though, because September is promising new energy. And I'm going to know a little bit more about that tomorrow and doing a little quantum thing. So first and foremost, welcome to our newest members of the Love Train. We keep growing and you find us organically, which is the only way I'll have it. I do not market or promote. You must follow your energy and somehow land here and say, all right, she's either crazy or she's here to convince me that I'm not crazy. Is number two. You're not losing it. You are just ascending. So look at what is going on today. This was wee hours of the morning, and then this started. I could feel this. I didn't even have to look. I think I was on a phone call this morning, and I was like, oh, we're getting cooked. I can feel it. This is pouring in. And so in honor of this, yes, I gave this, I'm creating my own emojis now. There aren't any that are fun and Ascension related. So here we go. Here he is receiving his light. That's me when this light comes in. That's truly how I feel. It's like you can ground better. For some of you, though, this may have hit you with some fatigue. For some, it might be that the buzzing too. You can see this is super powerful, and you'll see more on the shakalaka chart. I'll show you guys in a second. Couple of things interesting, like my guides, because we feel into any energies that are prevalent in the community, and so that's what and then I just share whatever comes out. And so I'm going to share a piece with that because they keep going back to this small picture, big picture analogy, and so I got more, a little more on that too. I'm going to share, and it may resonate with some of you. I know some of you recently, I get these notes and they go, were you talking exactly directly to me? And that's the cool thing about these sharing authentically. There's an energetic message for everyone. It's not always about the literal words I'm using, but there's an energy behind it that is helping all of us to awaken and remember more. And so all of a sudden it's like that aha, right? I love saying it as, I have a friend, she's from France, and she says ha moments, and I love that. It's like ha. So if you have aha moments or ha moments, which I prefer, that's just a piece of you, right? Remembering more of the truth. So these little things. So if you say, oh my gosh, but I promise you, I'm never directing my message at one particular person. It's always just, okay, here's what is in the best and highest good of the community. And so it's amazing if it goes right to you. That was picked up in where? In the field of consciousness. See how this works? Ta-da! This is, we're all connected in consciousness. Let's see who's here. I love spying on you guys. Rosemary's here. Hello. Melissa's here. Vicky. Hello, Vicky. Cheryl is here. Helen. Oh, yeah, you might get snow. Oh, yeah, we just had a thunderstorm a couple days ago, and I didn't even realize. Someone told me that it never thunders and lightnings here in Cabo. We had a really wild one a couple of days ago. It was amazing. It was beautiful. And I only found out afterwards that they don't really have thunder and lightning here. Go figure. Because apparently the dogs and children were very scared, had no idea what was going on. Georgia is here. Hello. Is that Drew from Kitchener, Ontario? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Alan is here. Hey, Alan. Stacy. All right, Stacy, I know I got a 50-50 shot. Are you in the car or not? For some reason, whenever I feel inspired to go in, it's like when Stacy's in her car. Diana is here. Hello. Welcome. Annie is here. We got a group going on. I love it. Clint, Donna, you're feeling it? Yeah. Lots of this is a lot. And you can see it's persistent, right? It really is. This affects your whole body. So remember, and this is what I like to call too, wakey, shake and bakey, because this is the type of intense, persistent light that does help others to awaken, right? And so this is where we don't choose frustration. We choose patience and compassion, and we are being the light. We're being the light, right? Because as soon as we go into judgment, you're no longer being the light. Now you're focusing back in the third dimension. So this is nice and powerful and always good for me. Like I said, this is the best time to ground. This is the best time to ground. The energy is just going to support your grounding completely. This, again, you might feel the excess energy in your body, hydrate and ground. And if you can't go outside, that's fine. You can ground from inside. Remember, it's all how you're directing your energy, and also you can also choose to expand your light, which I believe we're going to do before I sign off today. It just feels like it would be a good thing to do. So because I love when we get light support to ground, let's go for it. Because then we get together in a group, it just expands the whole experience for everybody. So again, so this was pretty much this one spike, which was could have woken you up. I think it did wake me up, but I think I was like, not gonna look at a clock, nothing. I just knew. I was like, no, I'm going back to sleep. And so that kind of started it. And then there's another spike here, and then it just laid in. Yeah, Ellen said more clarity about choices with this energy. Ellen, great point that you just brought up. Let's expand upon this, shall we? So what happens is clarity means you go from the heart. When we go into the heart. So what happens? We choose something, okay, I want to do whatever. I want to go out to lunch today. It can be anything. Pick I want to. And that is when you say want, that's from the heart. I really want to do this. Now let's say the noodle soup factory tries to chime in. Oh, well, you should clean. You should, right? Should. You know how I replace that. SHIT. It's the same. They're interchangeable because you're shoulding the bed. Now you've left your heart. You've abandoned your heart. No, sorry, heart. I'm abandoning you because the noodle soup factory tried to distract me. But here's the cool thing. Don't get upset by that message. Whatever that is, whatever the noodle soup factory is trying to come up with, allow it to come to the light. Oh, this is ready to be cleared. Hand this over to my guides. Hand it over to my guides and angels. Help me clear this. This is ready. It came up because it's ready to go, right? And I'm going to lunch because I want to go to lunch. And so when you do this, this is how you are staying present. You're observing the thought. And so when we stay in, what this helps you do, remember light, so energetically, this is blasting love energy through your field, right? This is our light. We summon this. This is our light we summon. So it's blasting that light through. And the way my guides show it to me is like, they gave me an analogy. I actually have this, I have the graphic somewhere. I'm not going to dig it up right now, but they showed it if we're a cup with an Alka-Seltzer tablet in it, right? So imagine a tablet sitting at the bottom of a cup of water, and it's just stationary there. It's still intact. The light comes in. The dense energy is the tablet. When you're having not distorted, right? If you're feeling distorted, oh, I'm not clear, I can't decide, right? You tell yourself, which is a lie, stuck. We're never stuck. There's always energy moving. And it's like, am I going into the flow or am I choosing the old timeline? So when this light comes in, this activates the tablet, which what it's doing is it's going under the dense energy and bringing it to the surface, bringing it to the light. It's surrounded by the light. That's how the alchemization happens. No energy is ever destroyed. So all that dense energy, right? Old fears, old experiences, old emotions that are unhealed and incomplete come up. They get alchemized, literally surrounded by the light. And that's why, but what happens is if we sense one of those, so when that comes up, and then what happens when the tablet's done fizzing, right? Because it's surrounded, it's clear. And so this can many times has a lot of creativity can come forward. I've been getting downloads again today for hours. And the other thing is, I think in this light, for me, I make deeper connections even with my own messaging. I was reading some things that my guides gave me a few days ago, and I reread it, and this one line stuck out, and I was like, oh, that's going to be perfect. I got to talk about that in focus group, because you just get a deeper understanding of the truth. And the deeper our understanding of the truth is, the easier the whole journey becomes, because you just know where you want to align. And it's like, no, I'm choosing that all day long. Why? Because it feels good, so I know it's true. Right? If it feels like poo, it's not true. So what's making you feel like poo? Right? Here's your light. Toss it in. But you have to toss it with love. As soon as you go into criticism or judgment, what are you doing? Now you just dropped another Alka-Seltzer tablet in. You're keeping it in place. You're keeping it in place. And so it's be the observer. Accept whatever the heck is going on. I accept everything that is going on right now, because I can choose a higher timeline and shift. Ta-da! And so it is. I love that though. Yeah, you do. This is beautiful, getting clarity. And then if something comes in to fight it, then you just know, oh, I wonder what that is. Why is that coming forward? It just, you don't even need to go in the rabbit hole. You can just say, please allow this to come to the light. Carol, hello. Carol's in Massachusetts. Mary Beth is in Hawaii. Ray was in state. Oh, I don't know what that is all day. All right. Well, I hope it was good, right? So again, we feel. How did you feel? Did anybody feel that there was extra energy coming in today? How did that affect you? By the way, this spike, initially, I felt, I think because it was such a strong spike, I felt fatigue from that initially. And then as this continued going on, it always energizes me. But really, I like Ellen's word. It's definitely, for me, it definitely brings in a ton. It's like clarity and reinforcement of things that we already know, is the best way I can put it. Okay, let's take a look at the Shakalaka chart. Show you guys what's going on there, because this one kind of tells the story. This one tells the story of today. La la, here we go. See, look at, I'm really happy about this guy. This truly is how I feel today. All right, so you can see leading up to, this was that, see this sharp one? That was that spike that led up to before. And that would definitely cause somebody to wake up in the middle of the night. And then you can see there was a very small integration. And then look, boom, this goes way up. And you can see the baseline is here. And look at how high this is. So, and look, it's pushing all of the chakras up. The root chakra is getting the least of it, but it's really the least of a massive amount. So don't underestimate. This is clearing. This is pushing stuff up everywhere. And you can see all of these chakras, especially these upper ones. You can really, really feel it. So guides wanted me to talk about, we have two pictures, right? They want you to picture two picture frames on a wall. One's super tiny and the other one's huge. The super tiny one represents your 3D, right? Which was totally limited, and we thought this was all there is. And the larger one doesn't have a frame around it, okay? So when you feel stuck, right? Or when you feel you only have one solution, it means you're focused only on your personal agenda, meaning, and I'm going to give you, these came from Spirit, not me. They asked, are you only focused on riding into the sunset? Or are you focused on creating new earth? So, and the way we can tell, and I'm going to go deeper with this for everybody. How do we know if we're in that small picture? Because all of your decision making is based on another person who's probably not awakened too. And what are you broadcasting to them? If you see them as helpless and small, that means that's what you're radiating. So you're both now in that small picture still. We all know our souls have a journey, and every single person who's incarnated right now, it has a soul mission, and sometimes it's multiple things. It's gonna as we evolve, so too do your gifts, so too, right, what you're doing and how you're doing it will keep evolving, right? Nothing's stationary. Just start thinking in terms of flow and turnover and circulation. And so the way that my guides give it to me is, does this benefit more than just me? So whatever the thought is, oh, poor so-and-so, or oh no, or if it's you, I'm struggling. Are you still bringing your trauma timeline to the current? Are you still choosing it? Because that's still that small picture. Or are you going, okay, I'm going to completely accept that teeny little picture because that caused me to awaken and I'm remembering now that I'm here for a bigger reason. That does not mean you're smashing the little picture. It doesn't mean you are abandoning your not loyal. It just means you love yourself, and that whoever the heck's in the little picture with you, you love yourself enough to focus on the bigger picture, which is the truth of why you're here, right? It's the truth. You came here to focus. Now that in doing that, you're radiating that out to all. And right, just like this light does not judge. This light is going through everybody, awakened or not. So they're having stuff churned up too, emotions churned up. They're having physical things churn up, right? It can cause a lot of chaos initially, because when people start awakening, they start going, wait a minute, I'm not listening to this, the environmental or the social gossip thing is just not sitting well with me. Why do I feel duped for doing this, right? They're starting to question their own belief system. And then when you do that, if you're talking to an enlightened person, it's great, because then they're like, yes, that feels better. That's the direction I want to go in. Then if they talk to an unawakened person, oh no, what do you mean, right? No, you can't change. You can't change. And so, in other words, trying to have a fifth dimension conversation with someone that you absolutely know is in the third dimension is trying to match energies that cannot. That's this energetic boundary. And you're compromising your own. When you compromise your own boundary, you have an energy leak, and you're not solid. You're not fully aligned in your fifth dimension timeline. And so it's always about, if your whole focus is that little picture and trying to change the little picture, all you're doing is circling the same timeline. You keep bringing it forward and bringing it forward and bringing it forward. It's going, wait a minute. And you have to go into the heart. What do I want to create? You don't need to know your purpose. I do soul mission readings. You have to be at a certain point in your journey to know that you're ready for that. And the soul mission readings shows you it's really meant to pull out things that are in your heart that you've probably been denying. If I can't tell you how many times a day I'll say to someone, what do you want to create? What do you want to do? What's in your heart? Crickets. No, I know there's not crickets, because you didn't incarnate to just make crickets. So then if you're not aware of what's in your heart, then I'm on my old timeline. I'm on my old timeline. And just start with, what would it be fun to do? And here's a trick that I used to use. And by the way, I'm not judging or criticizing, because I was the head of the cricket factory for years, even after awakening. What do I want? I don't know. I want to go to the beach. And my guys are bigger. I kept hearing, go, no, there's a little bit more than that. And so for me, I use this trick. One of my, a coach taught me this. She said, what if you could wish anything for the people you love the most, or just pick one person you love the most, and what three things would you love for them to do or experience? Whatever those things are, and even if it's inner peace, even if it's, name it, I want them to, and by the way, it's not wellness or abundance, that's need. All our needs are met in the fifth dimension. So if you think you're trying to create abundance or wellness, done. When you align, that's done. We weren't meant to come here and worry about either of those two things. Those are third dimension creations that were created out of fear. Okay. So if it has to do with abundance or wellness, boop. Okay. Aside from wellness and abundance, that's a given. What do you want to create? What do you want? All right. So I see someone says joy, right? You want, right? How about freedom? I want freedom. We already have the freedom to choose if we're not exercising it. And if you think of it this way, someone you love is going to come and visit you. What things light you up about where you live that you would want to show them and share with them? That's because you have a heart resonance. Like if someone came here, and those who come here already know, I'm dragging you to the beach, but I'm also going to take you for some beautiful local food that was grown on a farm with someone that is incredibly passionate about preparing food and cooking food. And that's that whole, and I want you to see some of the local art that has these beautiful colors and reflects truly all the colors of this beautiful area that I'm living in. See, and I can just go on and on and on. Those are things that are in my heart. See, I'm in alignment. And then when you're doing that, if something comes up that goes, oh, I don't know how much the plane ticket is for that, or I want to go to see a Broadway show, but it's a lot. The how and the when we let go of. But is that something that lights you up? I love Broadway shows. Oh, I love the music to this one. Really lights me up. That's alignment. That's alignment, right? Wouldn't it be fun to ... That's you coming from the heart space. And it's, gosh, I heard someone, I think it was yesterday, I'm losing track of the days, used a term and said, ooh, this is something I would do every day if I could. That's your heart. That's your heart. And so start thinking about, what do I want to create? And the second, if another soul pops into here, okay, wait a minute, I need to let this come to the light. Because the one thing that I see a lot of people overlook is they're so entangled that let me see, let me check. Would you want to do this? Doesn't matter if they want to do it. What do you want to do? Then allow them. What do you want to do? And what happens is when there's authenticity, you need to have authenticity in all of your relationships. That is the fifth dimension. We're not BSing each other. We're not. And what a drag that was, right? You don't want to blow smoke and someone, no. You want to be, how do you feel today? You know what? Today I feel tired. I think I'd like to rest. How are you feeling? Oh, I've got energy. Great. I highly recommend you do something so that you can enjoy yourself, enjoy the energy spurt. And then there might be a day where everybody feels good. Oh, what do you want to do? And what do you want to do? Ooh, I thought I wanted to do this, but what you just said has more energy. I've never done that, right? Whatever it is. Oh, it's mountain biking or whatever. I'm gonna name your thing. It doesn't even matter what it is. I'm going to go to a pottery class, sip and paint, whatever. Oh, I've never done that. That sounds, see, and that's when you follow that energy and go. That's when you follow that energy. and just go do it. But you got to do it in the now moment when you're connected to it. And that's the alignment. That's you being present. And so notice if so the big message from Spirit today is, are you trying to fix or change that small picture? You don't have to. It's what we focus on. Shift your focus, what's in your heart. And I know that sounds, it's like we are creator within our own creation. But until we choose, are you placing your order? If you say, I don't know, you're then defaulting to whatever you're focusing on, which is probably the little picture. So I hope that makes sense. Just because it makes sense to me, I know it doesn't always translate, but it's what are we focusing on? Donna, wouldn't it be fun to go to the Mount Shasta retreat? Yeah, absolutely. I'm going. I think if I don't go, it's a disaster because they're counting on me. Absolutely. And so Donna, yeah, and it's like what are we going to do there? It's going to be it's just going to be ridiculously fun. We're doing a lot of connecting with Gaia and all the beautiful energy. It's an energy vortex, and whenever we go to an energy vortex, everything just gets magnified. And I love the retreats because even from day one to it's usually 4 or 5 days, I get to witness transformation that just happens and seeing people bond together. And I love actually meeting love trainers in person. And those of you who have been to retreats know I like to hang with my peeps too. I don't like hide out. I want to hang out and see what's going on and see how we can, right? We all learn from each other and we all support each other in this journey. And so yeah, the retreats are just absolutely, I'm so excited. It's around the corner. Oh, by the way, speaking of that, we do have a love trainer that signed up for a shared room. So if you, again, feel into your heart, this experience speaks to my heart, it's a yes. Reach out to me if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to give you detail. It is the most economical way to attend because you're basically sharing also a registration fee, the total of a big registration fee, energy exchange to attend. So I put that out there. Now I think, let's see, with all of this fabulous light coming in, this is always a fat invitation for grounding. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put this one up. I love this one because this ties into what we're talking about here. So for those of you who are newer to the channel, you see, when I timeline are you choosing? Really, what reality are you choosing? Meaning, are you bringing your past forward or are you choosing the highest timeline? So this bottom one represents the 3D. And you can see, now you can see, it's dissolving as light comes in if we're not holding it because we have free will. So if I'm still saying, oh, I had a trauma. Yep, I had a trauma. I had trauma. I could write a book on trauma, but it was my own timeline. I'm good with it. I released it. How did I release it? I forgave all the unconscious participants, including me, because there I thought I was like weak and it didn't have any control. I didn't know I was a creator. I didn't know anything that I now have come to realize. But there was always something in me that said there's got to be something more. I didn't just come here to get the smithereens knocked out of me. So if I focus on that, in other words, if I get my rear view mirror out, guess where I am? This line now is not dissolving completely because what did I do? I just brought it in front of me, which means I chose it. Now, does that sound like on any of the things that I just said I choose? I choose to experience fabulous retreats with love trainers. I choose to witness others awakening. I choose to help others open their gifts and recognize their gifts. And I choose to be in a community with like-minded souls. So tell me, there's no resonance there, is there? One's energetic caca, the rearview mirror. The other one is, this lights me up. This is why I wake up every day, because I keep seeing it and it keeps happening and happening. And it happens in ways that I can't even predict, right? So if whenever we bring that in, we're completely ignoring right here, which is where all your power is. But this, you have to be heart aligned. And these other lines here, so these two orange lines, I put those in there because some of you might say, well, most of the time I'm aligned with it. So we'll use an example. Somebody wants to go to Shasta. I want to go to Shasta. Well, part of the day I'm aligned with it, but then my noodle gets going. So, but I'm mostly aligned with it. So this is, if you have any resistance, you're in fear. The fear will, because it's a sandbag, right? It's a dense energy. When you're in alignment is when you say, I don't know how. I'm going to let go of the how or when. I'm going to register. I'm going to let go of all of that. How and when I'm going to let go of. I know in my heart, oh, I can just see it. I want to go to the river and we're going to have sound healings and we're going to do a fire ceremony and a 10-10 portal ceremony. And that just speaks to my soul. It's a big yes from my heart. That's all you need. Now you're in alignment. Now, what would feel good for me to do next? See, now you don't have to sit there and go, uh-oh, do I need now to, do I have to focus on just that thought? No. Now you've created it from your heart. I'm in full acceptance of my exact situation right now. I accept it, whatever it is. It could be, all right, I don't know if I have all the money for this right now. That's okay. I'm in full acceptance of that because I'm letting go of the how and when I'm going to register. I'm letting that go. I'm going to get into full alignment. I see myself there. I know that all of these activities speak to me. I want to go hang out with other love trainers, right? Now you're in the heart space. Now you're in the heart space. Now you can let it go. You ordered your pizza. It's in the oven. Let your guides, let them put it together. There is a gestation period, but what we do not do is wait. The waiting is, right? Patience is not presence, right? Now I'm still going to be present. So, okay, I place my order for the pepperoni pizza now. What is another thing? That's why I always try to keep a list, right? Oh, what do I want to do right now? Well, you know what? We've been blasted with light all day. My body feels tired. I want to take a nap because that's going to feel really good. Make sure that you can say the words, I want to do that because that's going to feel really good. And then notice if you allow people, places, or things to hijack your want because you're choosing then to give it up, right? Now you're off that timeline. That's okay. You can get it back. No judgment or criticism. Oh, hold on. Why did that thought come in? What is that needs to be released? Oh, I don't think I'm worthy, right? Or I'm not seeing other people as a valuable creator, even though I'm not respecting my own boundary, which means I'm not respecting theirs either. They're a soul on their journey. I'm a soul on my journey. And this is how you carve your day, following your energy, so, and you do not have to go, oh, did it come in? Now, here's the fun part. When you stay in alignment, the guides are sassy and they'll drop you some breadcrumbs. You might get some, angel numbers every time you look at the clock. That's them showing you you're in alignment. Okay, let me stay present. If you think you're waiting, trying to be quote unquote patient, that means you're on linear time, right? Linear time is an illusion of the third dimension. Everything, the magic happens in the quantum field, right? And so your only thing is what's in my heart right now? What do I want to do? Please don't get upset with yourself. It's because all your power is in the light. When you focus on this, you're giving that dense energy doesn't create quickly, but when you choose to bring it in the present, you're still, right? You're just reinforcing it. I hope this makes sense. But but you see how when we say just follow your energy, this isn't do a poll. And then here's another place where because I used to do this too. Oh, guess what I'm going to do? And then, the pie in the face. Nobody liked my idea. My guy, finally somebody that we had it as a coach years ago, she said, stop telling. I know it's exciting, but she said, you have to tell those to me because I'm excited for your creation. So if the person you're going to share what you want to do with is not in alignment with your energetic frequency, you can guarantee it's going to get a it's guaranteed because they're not in alignment with you. And so then you're doubting yourself. Then you start doubting yourself, but you're inquiring from someone that's not awake. Bless their heart. You're not being the light. See, you have to be the light for you. Then you keep choosing your heart, keep choosing your heart. And know what? They're going to say, well, oh, I thought she was losing her mind, but honestly, she looks pretty darn happy. I want some of that. She looks free. I want some of that. What did you do? Well, number one was I stopped listening to you when you tried to throw a wet blanket on my plans. And I'm just using this as an example, but I love it. Oh God, Ellen said that's me the last 48 hours. Yeah, but see, it's choosing. Wait a minute. And really what you're doing when I say it's choosing love. It's choosing love. Am I choosing love? Just all you have to do is say, wait, is that a fearful thought? Oh, hold on. I'm off my timeline right now, off my rocker. Let me get back on that shit. Oh, I know what I want to create. I know what's in my heart, and I'm just going to choose right now, right? And just really, really, it's all heart alignment. And then notice when you have loose boundaries. So there we go. And this almost turned into like a focus group today. But when it comes out, it comes out. That's how I roll, unfiltered and unbothered. That's the only way I know how to roll. That's my authenticity. Take what resonates and the rest, allow it to just float off away. Gina, how cold is it in Shasta at this time of the year? It'll be fall. It'll be fall. It's we're not going it's not like December. So yeah, it's fall. I think you can probably, I don't know the exact temperature, but it's not like Chicago in the winter. That's the coldest I've ever been when I went to Chicago in the winter. It was colder than New York, if you can imagine, by a lot. So yeah, it's going to be beautiful fall weather. Yeah. I imagine at night it'll go down, but who doesn't love putting on a cozy coat or sweater or a fuzzy hat? I love that stuff. I love putting layers on and, it's gonna be nice. But P.S. we're not sleeping outside. If I'm sleeping outside, it's on a beach where the temperature is absolutely beautiful. My ideal is 80 degrees and a breeze. Awesome. Oh, thanks, Alyssa. See how we pick up consciousness? She thanked me for the bonus focus group. You're welcome. It just was coming out. Yep. Oh, there you go, Clint. Yep. The alignment ripples out and you start to notice others blooming around you. It's awesome to observe. Well said, Clint. Thank you. There you go. It's very true. But we can't do it. See, here's the other piece though. You have to do it out of being in your own truth and your own authenticity. I don't sit around going, oh, I'm going to shine my light because I want this person to wake up. Now I'm still in their business. It's like mind your own energetic business, and the natural thing that occurs is that. But you have to be in your truth authentically. At the moment you add in an ulterior motive, you're trying to manipulate someone else's energy. As a no-no. If our energy could be manipulated, I promise you, our guides and angels will be down here shaking us. Pick this. Instead, they're like, oh, they got free will. Let's see what they do. Oh, they're in alignment. Now we can drop all the goodies in. When we're out of alignment, they're chasing and trying to drop stuff, but you're missing it because you're out of alignment. Then you get in alignment and go, oh, I'm getting all kinds of signs. Yes, because you're in alignment. That's how it works. I got to do a cartoon one day on what our guides and angels go through because I have compassion for them. I love it. That's what teaches me to have such compassion for what I do though too, because I choose how do they see us. That's how I have to see everybody. That's the best because that's true. That's our truth. Yep, exactly. There you go. Awesome. Well said, Clint. Okay, now let's focus on the breath. Let's bring this in. Oh, it's 222. See, there we go. See? Ask and you shall receive. They're always around. All right, go to your breath. And because as soon as we do that, we're out of the noodle soup factory takes a nap when we do that. And really today with this light, see if you can take 3 breaths. Make sure you call yourself fully into my body. We're going to do the long version, not a long activation or anything, but just a longer lead in. I want everybody to really feel this one today because this light is magnificent. I have to tell you, I feel amazing. Okay. So, first step, you're going to repeat after me. I call myself fully into my body, August 29th, 2025. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, release all dense energies that are not my own. Inhale. I call myself fully into my body, August 29th, 2025. Exhale, release all dense energies. Oh, you guys are doing good. Some of you are landing. Take an inhale. I call myself fully into my body, August 29th, 2025. Exhale, release all dense energies. Really good group here. Ooh. Now, notice if you breathe all the way in, can you feel your breath all the way down? Like, do you feel your toes? Wiggle your toes. When you're breathing, is your breath going through your whole body? Perfect. And then you can, for those of you who are not driving, you can go ahead and close your eyes and let's see what they bring forward for this grounding here. So really focus on that breath and then take a nice deep inhale. Pause at the top and exhale down to Gaia's heart. Take an inhale, come up to your heart space. Exhale down to Gaia's heart. Staying here in Gaia's heart, we're going to take an inhale. On the exhale, merge your light with hers. Take an inhale, come up to your heart space. And then see, sense, or feel if the front door to your heart is open. If you can't visualize, you can even put a hand over your heart space. You'll feel the energy there. And then from here, take a moment to notice if the back door to your sacred heart is open. And again, it's a see, sense, or feel. And if needed, you take an inhale. And then on the exhale, just go ahead and gently guide it open. And then staying here with the breath, see if you can focus this as a flame. So just see it as a flame in that heart space. And there's nothing obscuring it. That doorway to the sacred heart is open. And then take an inhale, expand that light. On the exhale, send that light into all the cells in your body. Take an inhale again, expand that flame again. On the exhale, send that light to fill the room or space you're in. Take an inhale, expand the light in the heart. On the exhale, cover the city you're in with your light. Take an inhale, expand the light. Exhale, cover the country you're in. Take an inhale, expand that flame. On the exhale, send your light out into the cosmos, beyond the earth. Take an inhale, expand that flame again. On the exhale, send your light all the way out to the central sun. And so here is where you've expanded your light. This is where creation exists. So just take a few breaths here And you can think of something that's in your heart that you want to create. It doesn't have to be big or small because then it's not seen that way. And just picture that or feel, how will it feel when you have it? Are you going to be excited? You can be at peace. You're going to feel free. Are you giddy and happy? How are you going to feel when you have it? So you just placed it there. And then on the next inhale, come back into your heart space, to your human heart. Take an inhale. Exhale down to Gaia's heart. Anchor that into Gaia's heart. And then slowly come back into your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And open your eyes. So what we did there, and by the way, you guys grounded beautifully. Calling yourself into your body, particularly if you've been in your head a lot, is key. And do it with authority. Do it with authority. We were taught in the third dimension, we're not taught, it became a habit to escape because we didn't like what was going on down here. So we escaped. But that's a fear mechanism. So when we call ourselves into the body, that's where you can really come into the heart so much better and really, really grind in. So awesome. Really good energy here today, you guys. And by the way, I haven't seen any today, but if you see a bot, occasionally there's some bots that work their way into they don't stay long because I think YouTube catches them, but there was one that was promoting a book. So always feel into it if someone's saying, oh, this book changed my life, right? Just feel into it and say, is this true? Before you act, but it's designed to draw you off, and they're bots, and so it's never really even only about a book or anything. And if anytime you guys want to know what books, I mean, I've read a plethora of books. I love them, and there are many that can help, depending on where you're at in your journey. Always happy to recommend. Or if you're not sure, just, you guys know, email me and just say, what is this about? But like I said, YouTube usually catches them. But yesterday there was like 3 or 4 of them, and they have this long story in there. Oh, this book changed no, you're creator of your own creation. Anything that says that you're not creator, you're not in charge, we can go, whoop, thank you, I got this. I'm on the love train. Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's okay though, because someone said, I'm surprised how many people give the bots a thumbs up. They're really good at clickbait, so but that's what I'm saying. You can always feel into it and then go. But I wanted to address it only because I saw yesterday there was like a plethora of them, and then they disappeared. So YouTube does stay on top of that. So I don't have to. Anyway, all right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging in here. Thank you for bringing your energy. Everything that we just did and that beautiful expansion of light, hold on to that and know that you can come back and listen to this. That's what got radiated out to everybody. So if you chose joy, if you chose freedom, that was that beautiful signal that you sent out for everybody to eat up today with the light. So thank you so much. Let me see. Oh, I love this question. This was your first time doing this practice. Oh my gosh, welcome. What a great day you picked to come in here. What does it mean if I start coughing and yawning during practice? That's the best. That means you got rid of, because we said release, that's the dense energy. The yawning is your body releasing this dense energy that it was holding on to, and it was like, the sandbag's gone. Yeah, coughing means your throat chakra speaking your truth authentically. That's amazing. Katerina, welcome, welcome. Yeah, and you can come back. It'll keep meeting you where you're at. So you can do it again. Hydrate. Make sure you hydrate, but that means you had a release. So yeah, yawning is great. Even if you pass out, even better, because that just means your body was like, buh, let me just let the body handle this. Awesome. Yeah, lots of release. Cool, cool. Love it. You guys are so amazing. I love you. Gosh, this new energy is feeling so good, and I love it that it's leading into September. I'm feeling a fun month ahead of us all. And you know me, I'll follow the energy, and I'll pop in here when the energy calls. And thanks for being here. Love you guys.